Usually when any kind of special event happens with the moon, it usually makes me think about Avatar. Usually something about waterbending. Yeah, I'm a pretty big fan of this show. Anyway, the recent supermoon got me thinking about Tui, the moon spirit, and Princess Yue. I came up with an interesting theory about the moon spirit. We all know the story of how Yue was born sick and how the moon spirit saved her by giving her some of its soul or life force or whatever, and how Yue later sacrificed herself to revive the moon spirit after Zhao killed it. So here is what I am thinking. Maybe this wasn't the first time something like this has happened. I'm not saying the moon spirit was necessarily ever killed before, but maybe this wasn't the first time that it saved a sick baby or person by giving it some of its life force. I think the moon spirit knew of its own mortality.
The ocean and moon gave up their immortality to become a part of our world.
So my theory is that the moon spirit always gives away some of its life force to save a few sick people. I think it does this for insurance, in case it is ever killed. This might explain why Yue's father, Chief Arnook, knew to pray to the moon spirit and place Yue in the spirit oasis. Maybe he had heard of that happening before. He also said that he knew the day would come when Yue would have to sacrifice herself. He said that the spirits had given him a vision. Maybe they give a vision to the loved ones of everyone who receives some of the moon spirit's life force, just in case that person has to sacrifice themselves one day. This could also be the reason why Iroh was able to recognize that Yue had some of the moon spirit's life.
Some of its life is in you.
Yes, you're right.
Iroh had a lot of knowledge about the spirits.
What's the problem? Nothing.
And of the other nations, so perhaps he had also heard of this happening before. Now, a problem with this life insurance idea could be that a person saved by the moon spirit ends up being selfish or something and wouldn't want to sacrifice themselves.
Yue is wasted on a self-absorbed weasel like you.
But I think that maybe when the moon spirit gives someone some of its life force, it also instills great altruism and selflessness into their personality. Yue seems to display these personality traits when she rejects Sokka because she is engaged to Han. She thinks she has a duty to her tribe and to her people to marry Han, even if she's wrong about that. She seems to sacrifice her own personal feelings for her family and for her people.
You don't love him, do you? You don't even seem to like him.
But I do love my people. I have duties to my father, to my tribe. I have to do this.
Another problem with this idea is that the people with some of Tui's life force will eventually die. This could leave a window of time when the moon spirit has no life insurance. Well, to that I say maybe the moon spirit always makes sure that there are a few people with some of its life force at any given time. And I think when these people die, maybe the bit or piece or whatever of the moon spirit's life force then just returns to the moon spirit, where it waits to give it out again to a new person. You might ask, well, why doesn't it just give everyone some of its life force so it has tons of insurance? Well, maybe it can only split its soul into so many parts, like only a dozen pieces or something. Or maybe 7 pieces. As I'm writing this, I am reminded of Horcruxes from Harry Potter. Is the moon spirit a wizard?
You're a wizard.
Is the moon spirit Voldemort? Nah, that would be stupid. So yeah, anyway, that's basically my theory. I think Yue may not have been the only person who had some of the moon spirit's life force. Maybe at any given time there are a few people who hold some of the moon spirit's life. So, what do you think of my theory? Let me know your opinions in the comments. And let me know if you have any of your own theories about this subject. My channel's main focus is all things Avatar, so if you like that show, check out my other videos and consider subscribing. Alright, thanks for watching, and you have a great day.